You rock, my friends. You Rock podcast is for women like you who want to own your life and live an engaged and joyful life. Hosted by Dr. Aliyah Majid, mom of 3, devoted wife, and a scientist turned life coach on a mission to empower women to take control of their lives. In this podcast, we deliver tools, insights, and inspiration on rocking your own life, owning to your highest potential, and becoming the best version of you. Now, here's your host, Dr. Aliyah Majid.
If you want to stay focused on where you are heading as you progress throughout your week and prioritize your tasks and to be more effective, there's one habit that you need to master starting right now. And what is it that you ask? Is the habit of weekly planning. So unless you've been living under a rock, you have responsibilities to fulfill. So from small things like responsibilities that maybe your kids who are attending school and you have to be responsible for their needs, or major milestones like starting a business. And there are times when things get a little rough and you start to struggle to do the task at hand. And sometimes the things that are most important to you might not be important for other people, and the most urgent thing that is in front of you might not the one that is moving the needle in your professional or personal life. And you are not alone. The good news is that you can master this one skill that can change everything. So it is weekly planning. So what is weekly planning? Weekly plans are the act of organizing your activities and tasks for the week. Ideally, you do this on Monday or Sunday with the help of tools like your planner, pen and paper, or maybe weekly planner app on your desktop or on your phone. And it can be as simple as writing a to-do list or as detailed as prioritizing tasks according to the importance and urgency. So either way, planning your week will make you a more productive and effective person. I'm a productivity coach who sometimes, out of feeling like I'm not motivated enough or things like that, or maybe sometimes I sometimes do skip the very same planning session that I make my clients work through each week, but the thing is that I found that whenever I skip the weekly planning session and took it for granted, I was not going to be fine for the next week, because I always feel stressful and uncertain about what was next, and stressed that I wasn't prepared for whatever it was. And I always have this unavoidable, it should be avoidable, last minute scramble to buy things, to prepare things. And, this ends up for me being in a rush and stress and overwhelmed with things that I have to take care of. So I realized just how much my weekly planning sessions make my life run smoother. I have been doing this for the past, I might say, 1 to 2 years. I think I have been diligently doing it for the past year. And skipping them is not worth the week of uncertainty, stress, and, last minute scrambles. So I'm here today with a newfound appreciation for weekly planning sessions, and I want you guys to also reap the benefits too. So you might resist the idea of planning sessions because maybe you're not sure how to conduct them effectively. So not to worry. I'll walk you through some of the steps, step by step, what I do and have my clients do. And of course, you'll probably need to modify it depending on your circumstances, goals, and priorities. But the following sequence should give you a good start. So make sure you listen to this podcast episode up till the very end, because I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process on how to do it more effectively. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to this podcast episode. Or if you have been listening for this podcast episode for a while now, maybe share this episode to anybody that you know that might benefit from this week's episode. Okay, so before we proceed with how to actually doing it, so let me share with you some of the benefits of weekly planning. So number one, it would make you more productive. Being productive doesn't have to mean you're always working 24/7 and hustle all day long like many people think. It's more about doing the right things, focusing your energy on what matters the most, and reaps the benefits from that. And secondly, weekly planning helps you with a work-life balance. So planning your time effectively means you can plan more free time as well, and that is really important. So for me, I always look further in a like 2 weeks plan, and look at where are the time that I could fill in with more time that focus on my family bonding. So this leads me to look forward to that event that would really recharge me, and I know that I have made that commitment, and not being distracted by any other things to fill up my time if I don't have put that in my calendar in advance. So it really helps me with the work-life balance. Thirdly, the third benefit of weekly planning is that it teaches you when to say no. So if you have a week plan, every week you have this plan, it helps you to understand what aspects of your work are useful and productive in the long run, and what parts contribute very little to your overall success. It's the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, that states that 80% of success comes from 20% of work. If you have a written plan that you can look back at every week, in a few months you start understanding better what is this 20% that moves the needle, and then you can start reducing your load by not doing tasks, not accepting projects that won't help you move forward. Number 4, weekly planning makes sure you know what's going on. So at work, we usually have millions of small tasks that demands our attention. So many of us, at the end of the day, we hardly ever can easily remember what are those small tasks that we have been working on throughout the day, but we remember the feeling that we are really tired and stressed, but sometimes we don't feel like we are doing anything at all. I mean, the feeling that you don't feel productive at all, but we are tired with all these small tasks all day long. So sticking to written plans helps us remember those tasks week later as well, when you are reviewing your to-do list. And whether it is a schedule or task list, having all these tasks in one place help you to keep track of your work. Okay. And number 5, weekly planning teaches you to share. So share your plans and progress with your teams and managers to improve the company as a whole. So that's why it is wise to use apps like Trello, which I really love, with your whole team, when when planning with your team, you can share whatever that you are working on and let the other people know what you are working on, and it's reasonable for them to also know the progress that you have made. So let's hop on to how to do it effectively. So the way that I always do my weekly planning is to reflect back on my bigger, longer, long-term goals. This is because I like to remind myself of what is my vision and mission, so that I keep on focus and really have this look at it as like a bird eye's view each week, so that I know that I'm progressing towards the vision that I have. So I always start with my mission and vision, just read it again, and then move on to my 1 year goal. So that's the short-term goal. Okay. So then when I have this short-term goal, I know what is the goal that I have to achieve in each quarter. So then after breaking down into the quarterly goal, I can focus on what's my monthly goal. So that is a really simple step-by-step process that breaks down your big vision into the goal that you are working on for the shorter time, short-term goal. So focus on only one goal for the for the month. Okay, so what I mean by one goal is that you can have various projects, okay, but goal is something that is really aligned with your vision. So maybe you're somebody who are working 9 to 5 and you have all these projects assigned to you from your company, but there's something that you are working on towards that is 100% comes from you, that you're motivated to do, and it might not be the thing that is totally aligned with what you are working on right now in your career, but whatever it may be, you can put that as your goal for the month. And if you are not sure of what are the goals that you are trying to work on, the starting point of this is you can do a live audit, which I also have the workbook to help you go through it, that I'll provide in the link below. So this life audit will help you to think about your life right now and where are you heading, and what's preventing you from moving forward, so that you know what are the steps to take, and maybe that step will be your monthly goal. Okay, so after breaking it down to the monthly goal, I then break it down into my weekly goal. Okay, so the way that I do this is that maybe for the first time when you are doing it, you don't have to start with a review from the previous week, because if you just starting this, you will not be able to really reflect on the last week's wins and things like that. But maybe you can do this from whatever that you can think of. You can start by prioritizing your week by starting with a weekly review. So what this means is that think about what is your biggest win for the past week. So list like 3 to 5 major accomplishments from the past week, and list it down as as a celebration that you have achieved this something major accomplishment from the past week. And then after that, step number 2 would be the after action review. So referring to your last weekly 3 most important things, how far did you get? So what this means is that if you have this certain target, maybe, okay, I give you one example for myself. Okay, maybe my target is I want to connect with 5 person per week. Okay, and if I only manage to connect with 2 people, so that would be 2/5 would be 40%. So meaning that I achieved 40% for last week. Okay, so think about what are the measurables that you can write down, so that when you are doing your review, you can quickly track your progress and how far did you get. And then after that, think about what worked and what didn't, so that you know that moving forward, what will you keep, what will you improve, start or stop doing. Then steps 3 would be planning for the coming week. So you can see now that planning for the coming week doesn't, means just quickly plan the whole day. It should start with aligning whatever you are doing to the goal that you have. Okay, so not like just filling up the schedule so that you have all these things, all these time filled with whatever thing to make you busy. So that is just busy work. Okay, to get it right, to be really effective in your life, you have to start with reviewing your vision, your mission, your goal, and then reviewing what the things that you have done in the past and what have you learned, and then only you think about the coming week. Okay, so that would be the step number 3. Think about what was the 3 most important thing for this week. Okay, and then step number 4, I always make sure that I put in self-care every single week, and I also encourages my client to do this too, so that it is there in the schedule. So let it be the priorities too, because when you are starting to go after the life that you want, you have this big goal. You shouldn't put self-care as your least priority. So that is the step 4, to make sure that you put in your self-care every single week. Okay, so these are the tips on how you can start to plan your week. And you can also plan for what we call it, slow down time, for like a mellow times. So take into consideration the time that you need to travel, if you know that you have traffic, heavy traffic and things like that. Add another maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes, how long it would be suitable for you, so that you can catch up and not feeling rushed from one place to another. And also give time for unplanned events. You never know what's coming up tomorrow. You might run out for things to cook or whatever it might be. So give time for unplanned tasks, unplanned events. So for me, I think like Thursday evening or Friday evening, I would always, kind of put a blank. It is like, in a way, to make it not fill up with anything, so that if something came up, I know that I have that available slot to fill up with any unplanned events that might occur. Maybe something happen, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that needs my attention. So I know I can put a time on my calendar and block it, so that this would be handled that particular week. So the best part of weekly planning is that it reduces stress. Knowing what needs to be done at certain times eliminates worry. So like sometimes you might forget what is it that you should be doing at a certain times. It's all the little things, right? So if you want to start a new habit this coming month, I really recommend you guys to start weekly planning from now. So that's all for today. If you wanting to know how I can help you more with your productivity, book a discovery call with me in the link below, and I'll help you to get more productive and create an action plan for you to move forward. So I see you next week, and remember to start your day with an intention, love what you do, and end your day with gratitude. Assalamualaikum. Are you struggling to find time for yourself or for things that matters to you? Or if you even ever find some time, you found that you can't simply slow down and stop thinking about work. If you are one of those women, you'll benefit from the Success Accelerator program, my 12 weeks one-on-one success and productivity coaching program that helps you to do less and get more work done so that you can spend more time doing things you love. Book a free call with me at draliamajid.com/coaching, or you can do a self-assessment using my free life audit workbook at draliamajid.com/life audit. Or you can even join my Facebook group from the link below. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.